Hello and welcome to our channel YouTube. So today's lesson we will focus on the 5 effective ways to engage the employees in the workplace. So tip number 1, we focus on the leadership. Based on the Nicholas and Irakovich 2013, he mentioned on the authentic influence. That are the ways that the leaders, he try to use the techniques or some technical work that is due to influence by providing the subordinate with the professional isms in terms of working. It is not individuals in power to let others to follow. Authentic influence is based on the also mentioned on the balancing the moral perspective with interpersonal relationships. Alright, so interpersonal relationship that is a technique that is used to create the healthy leadership. So the healthy leadership occurs whenever the interpersonal relationship is more effective between the managers and subordinates work well together, so they can be used a good relationship with teamwork to work. And also employee engagement, byproducts of leadership is improved when the leaders has the direct relationship with employee to ensure the work engagement. So direct relationship is a very useful tips in order to lead to encourage the staff to work well by having a good relationship. All right, effectively leadership provide visions and directions for employee developments. So what are the techniques that he used in order to develop the employee? So that is a clear visions and the direction that they want to go to get the common goal for institutions or company. All right, so number 2, we are talking about organizational cultures. All right, a positive organizational cultures can promote a competitive work environment and continuous improvement to increase the cultural awareness and appreciations. All right, so if in one organization they have very good a positive organizational culture, I mean the work, the policy, and the managers, they work well together. They don't focus much with the organization doesn't offer much with the pressure to the subordinate or to employee. So that is a positive organizational cultures will occur. So when the positive organizational occurs, that is the times, that is the good opportunity to increase cultural awareness or good reputations to others. All right, the cultures of psychological ownerships and encouragement begin when the leaders create a psychologically safe workplace. All right, so this is based on the leaders' behaviors, the way that they work with cooperatively with the teamworks, the way that they subordinate, the way that they support to the employees in order to work more effectively. Organizations should develop the training programs that focus on skills to influence employee performance and engagement. So providing regularly training, that is most important tip in order to offer the employee with a technical skill to get very fruitful result for the working performance. So training can help a lot for the employee. Therefore, an organizational culture encourages development and grow for themselves of leader core values, belief, and observe norms. All right, so organizational can develop the growth for themselves. It is based on the technical, based on the method that the organizational themselves, they create the core values, the belief. That is not much pressure. So all policy or all activities is create up, by following, by having a good discussion with the teamworks in order to produce a very good policy that can bring the core values of the company to get success. All right, so number 3, we're talking about building a bond between leaders and employee. So leaders have an influential role in improving employee engagement through demonstrating the clear values with a positive teamwork. So if the leaders, they can demonstrate the clear positive value, both leaders and staffers feel confident in terms of working performance, so they can do well because the manager demonstrate very clearly what they want to go, where they want to go, and how to do it, and how to avoid having problems during working performance. So that is can help a lot to the employee and the managers. As a leader, usually reviews of the company policy on employees' engagement confirm to respond that a strong relationship between an employee and a leader to foster a healthy team's environment to increase job satisfaction and productivity. That is important to review the company policy frequently because that is a good map for both managers and also the employee that they have to do in order to increase job satisfaction with productivity. Okay, so another way is also mentioned on the communications. Communication plays a significant role in employees' engagement to indicate that a leader should be good at listening as they are at being authoritative. So being a supervisor or good leaders is the one who is good at listening. Listening means it doesn't mean he need to do everything based on what this employee wants. But the good at listening is listening what the concern of the employees that he raise up while a meeting or reporting. So he or she as a leaders need to listen or make a little bit change or some support to the employees to get a very productive result. Leaders of organizations that fully support employees promote continuous learning and are the transparent in the decision making. All right, so the leaders of organization, if they give a good support to the employee, the employee can, they can keep learning or updating the personal working performance with the right decision making. Right, so number 4, we are talking empowering employee. So how can we empower employee to work well? So all applications indicated that employee desires a challenge in the works. They want the leader to trust them in completing the assigned tasks. So usually, between leaders and employees, they usually have the core values, the commitments. So what I want is from the leaders is just the trust. So leaders who can offer the employee trust, that means the employee, they feel commitment, they feel comfortable in terms of working performance and good encouragements for employers. All participants believe that employees should receive necessary training resources to do the jobs. It is true that is offer training is as a good resource to develop the working performance of the employee, because even if they have the technical skill, they have a good education from the other college, but it doesn't mean that they have a good technical in terms of working performance for an organization. So that is only the managers that can offer the training as a good sources to develop the employee working performance. Employees that are confident in themselves, they are confident in the daily work duties. Alright, so based on Haynes 2012 suggested that leaders employ a progress that address employee needs and expectation concern, such as corporate cultures awareness, team skill development, incentives, and communication. So those things are very important in order to build or in order to empower employees to work more cooperatively. Okay, so number 5, we're talking about reward and recognition. All right. So rewards and recognition direct affect employee performance are the forms of powerful feedback. All right, so this is a good encouragement and good inspirations for employees in order to get some reward or recognitions to encourage them to work more effectively. All right, and we're also talking about intrinsic reward and influence are required to achieve employee engagement by increasing opportunity for employees empowerment and development. So intrinsic over here, that is talking about the encouragements, or inspirations for the staff in order to give the heart, the work, from the heart, the commitments in order to achieve a common goal for the organizations. All right, so the employee opportunities for job advancement and development play critical roles in improving engagement. So, reward and recognition sometimes, or in organization, if the organization can give, the employee opportunity, this is also the kind of reward and recognition that encouragements they're providing in encouraging to employees to feel more confident and comfortable to perform in the jobs. Change in the empowerment, training, and development programs can affect employee engagement. So, between from one training to another, as a manager or teamwork, you need to observe whether how many percentage that the employee can get from the trainings. So changing the strategies of providing training, it is more a useful tip to update or to offer the employee with the technical skills in order to work well in the organization. Alright, so this is the end of our today lessons. If you think that it is very good tips, so you should have like, comment or subscribing, or if you have another kind of good idea, you can comment us in order to make some a little bit change. Therefore we will try more in order to manage or prepare some good lesson in order to offer to the all of you.